Adji, thank you so much for joining us here on Dance Talks.
Hi, so nice to be here.
I'd like to know a little bit about Adji, about your early years growing up, how you got into dance. Tell me a little bit about early Adji years.
Growing up, I just always had music in my house, so I definitely just always loved to move. Me starting ballet actually happened when my parents took me to the school doctor, and apparently I was struggling with some of those exercises that were making sure I'm coordinated and I have spatial awareness. So my parents were like, oh, that's great, she loves to dance anyways, let's put her in ballet and jazz. And I was happy with that decision too.
And you lasted, you stayed with the National Ballet of Canada for 3 years.
3.5, yeah.
What happened that you decided it was time to move on?
What happened is that I did what I wanted to do. Like I did all the classics, all the rep that I so dreamed of, from Sleeping Beauty to Swan Lake to all the Nutcracker shows, right? But I was in the corps de ballet. That means you are one of many, and you are also, your role in the corps de ballet is to be exactly the same, which is hard when, as you can see, I'm so different, right? I'm very tall, I'm so long. And so being the same meant me moving very small. So, and not to the full extent of what I had, which was great and taught me a lot of good things, especially technical wise, and like how to look at the person in front of you without really looking, and how to hold still and hold a pose and all of that. Great tools. But after that, I felt like, okay, so what now?
So you moved off the National Ballet to LINES, where you were given the opportunity to work with a smaller group. Tell me a little bit about sort of the early experience there. You mentioned having somebody actually choreograph for you. What is that process? How does that differ from what you went through with the National Ballet in terms of your growth?
Everything that I had worked so hard on was not thrown away at all, but I was asked to expand from there. And that is hard because, so as I had mentioned before, I was training in being the same, in moving small, being exactly the same like everybody around me. And suddenly Alonzo King, my current director, asked me, well, so what do you want to say with this movement? How can you individualize that?